statement really is adoption ever after. That's for animals in shelters all across the board, right?
Yes.
So how does fostering fit into that mission?
Exactly. That's a good question. So fostering is when you take in an animal that's currently in a shelter or a rescue and you give it a temporary home. You're that bridge that gaps being in a kennel and being in a forever home. And so it really does lead to making that dog or cat or any animal, I should say, so much more adoptable so that it does find its forever home and its adoption ever after. So it's just one of those first steps that you can
It's
do.
less stress on the pet.
Yes.
They're in a kennel or
So,
a shelter.
Yes.
What are the benefits of fostering then?
I mean, I could talk for a long time.
For the people who
but
foster
yes,
for the animal.
For everybody.
First of all, I do want to say it's free. Most rescues will provide you with the food and anything that is needed, and they will cover any vet bills. That's their job. Your job is to give them love. And so the benefits to you beyond that is that it clears up kennel space, which is one of the most important things you can do. And that's why I said for every animal that's fostered, you're actually saving two, because that clears out that kennel and allows another dog or cat to be put in that kennel, which without fosters, most rescues could not survive. And luckily, I found at one of our local shelters that all the kennels were empty, which is the best thing
how
on
wonderful.
and you don't see often.
Let's
so
put them
that,
all, I think.
we're trying. The other thing, as you mentioned, is that it rehabs a dog or cat in a home environment. It allows them to be around other animals and socialize, which is of utmost importance, because most people who might adopt a dog want to make sure that dog can be around other dogs. And that's my little foster right now, Grayson. They get to relax in a home environment and learn what being a dog is like. Some of them don't know what that is.
So when you're fostering a dog, then is that dog taken off the market for that amount of time? How does that all work?
So usually it does depend on the rescue or the shelter that you're fostering through. For the most part, no. For the most part, that dog is still up for adoption.
Right.
So if somebody goes on a website and sees Grayson and says, "Oh, I want to meet Grayson," I will be contacted by the rescue.
To bring the dog.
Yes, they will say, "We have an amazing application in, and can you meet at, the park
So it really
on
doesn't
Saturday?"
limit their chances of getting it done.
Absolutely not. No, no, no. It actually only increases. And then the last thing I want to say about the benefits is the heart of it. You're taking a dog out of being in a dire situation, sometimes behind bars, sometimes on the streets. That was my little Brody that I saved. And then you get to see them blossom and be in their forever home. That's him with his new best friend. And it just is such a satisfying feeling.
So where do we look if we want to look for foster activity or possibility?
Yes, and that's a great question too. There are a few places. I say if you know where your local government shelter